Yeah. What advice would you say you have for like undergrads who are like looking to get into grad school and to like pursue this like path, I guess?
Yeah, I think the one thing that you have to, a lot of it is about learning about yourself. I think that's an important thing, is to figure out what kind of things really make you happy. And I mean, okay, that's very cliche, but I mean, even specifically in math, like, so you want to study math, and there's lots of different kinds of math, and there's often, the things you hear about first, or the things that are popular, or the things that come easy, or not necessarily the things that are going to make you happiest, right? So you have to figure out what things really excite you. I guess I want to say, to quote Barbie or something, but math is hard. Everything is hard. Like any subject becomes hard at some point if you push, if you push hard enough. So you have to find a direction where you're going to enjoy the difficult, where the difficulties, you're still going to enjoy it despite the difficulty, or you're going to enjoy it enough to get through the. So part of that is just figuring out what kind of areas, and to do that, I think it's good to like hear a lot, learn a lot, maybe at a shallow level. I like just getting exposed to a lot of different ideas, and then seeing which ones sound most appealing. Because I think for graduate school, it helps to know what you really are interested in. It's good to keep broad. You don't need to decide something specific, but the more you understand about yourself as a potential mathematician, say, that helps. And I don't know, I think it's the same thing I tell my son who's in high school. I mean, you have to find out what you're passionate about and just go all in, and so, and I think that for going for grad school in math, that's the thing. It doesn't exactly matter what. It's not like you have to learn this and this and this. Find something that you're excited about and do as much of it as you can, and then express that passion to the graduate schools.
Yeah.
So I'm a freshman, and
cool.
I have a friend that she has like kind of dismotivated from learning math because the content is kind of like really hard. What would you say to them? Like what kind of suggestion do you think like you would give so they will like feel they can grasp, like keep learning math and stuff?
Yeah, I think right. I mean, that's a very common problem. That's sort of the most common reaction when people say, "What do you do?" I do math, and people are like, "Oh, I hated math. Or math is hard." And I think part of that is there's a lot of pressure around it because you need it for something else. You need this class to do your major. You need this to do that, and so I mean, as part of it is how I would say to be interested in math more generally. Somehow try to learn some math that's not weighted by expectation. But I mean, that doesn't help you when she needs to pass a class to do a major. I think there's a lot of pressure about, again, there's about being quick and about being clever, and it's easy to get intimidated by other people who just have more background in math. It makes such a difference how much you've seen, and then it's some other people will have seen things, and then looks like it comes very easily to them, and it's very easy to get discouraged. It's interesting that initial quickness or that initial thing has really little to do with how well you can do at math. It's just that's just where you happen to have started, and you meet a lot of people who when you first see it, seem like they're very slow at math and have a hard time, and then they turn out to be the best mathematicians. So try a little bit is getting over those social kind of conditions. And the thing I would say is, for me, it always is talking math, like just being there and hitting your head against a wall on some problem. So it's not and getting more and more stressed is not a good way to go. Talking to people, talking to tutors, talking to friends, trying to meet upperclassmen, maybe people who have more experience. And the more you talk about it, I think a lot of these things. Part of there's mechanics of you have to get good at some mechanics, but a lot of it is you have to get things, and it's hard to just get things out of nowhere. And sometimes when you talk to different people and you hear the way they explain it, they think about it, eventually something will click. And so I think making that into a more social experience and less of an isolating experience, that's at least my approach. I always, whenever I'm confused about a problem, even when I'm not confused, I always like, my first reaction is always go talk to someone about it.